Hey guys, and welcome to my video. This video for sure is talking about Force Master. So actually I'm playing right now with Lightning. What will happen that I will play with Lightning and test DPS for Lightning, then we'll go for Ice and test DPS for Ice also, and then go for Fire and test DPS for Fire. And as I am doing this, I will make some tests on dungeons also, so I can see how much this specs can do on dungeons and on the training dummy for sure as a DPS. And also because I'm talking about Force Master, I have to test the burst as they have so high burst normally, and all of these things maybe that you know about Force Master. So I think I will not talk about rotations because it will make the video a lot longer, so I will cancel this part. But if you need it, just tell me, can make it on another video and things will be fine. So anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, try to support me in the new year. I want to reach a lot of subscribers. Actually, can't really say how many I need. I want even 1 million, will not say no for sure. So do your best so I can do my best also. And let's begin this. Okay, so starting by showing my items. So I have these items from story, you can say, the Tiger Soul, True Tiger, Virtuous, Unleashed, True Thunder Talisman, Acceleration Soul Badge, Escalation Misted Badge, Sun Toucher and other items, and here ring and ear ring from TT. And I have Thorn Breaker 7 for sure. Soon I will make it reach Silver Steel 1, and when this happen I will make you a video for a DPS test. As I never made this before, when I went to Silver Steel before, I went from Dragon Spire with my Blade Master, so this will be a bit different than the other test for sure. And for my Soul Shield, I have here full from Silver Steel or Steel Force Soul Shield. My stats is like this. It's not so super high, but it's kinda good. Critical damage not that much, mystic not that much, accuracy I don't care about it, but I have a good critical chance, and that's what can make the difference here for me. So let's begin, and starting with the burst first, then we'll go for the DPS test. So my burst have two ways to do it. I can use my ultimate when I have it, then begin my rotation or did my 5 stats and begin to do things for sure from this stats, or the other way, and that's mostly what I will use. As I tried the other way, I didn't feel that much different between both of them, so I can go for my normal way. So anyway, let's give it a try for now. Okay, so 10 million.2 I think, that's what I saw. So to say the averages is going like this, about from 8 million to 10 million to 1.5 million, a bit more, something like this. What I got by myself, 10.4, this try you saw. And actually I tried once with my ultimate, and actually I reached the 10 million, but sadly I made one mistake and I didn't use this attack. So kinda not sure if I can go more than this 10 million.4 or not. So anyway, that's the average what we are talking about on this range for the third speech. So for now, I will have to test on this dummy. So I will do it on the first 1 billion HP from this dummy, and until this I will stop, as I don't have that big DPS, so that will take a long time if I will aim for something higher than this. So anyway, let's begin this now. 5,000,000.5. That was my max DPS. Okay, so I will take this result 5.5. I could a bit going for a better try than this, but sadly I made some mistake and I didn't try to do it. So anyway, if I will say, maybe I will do like 2000 DPS more or 2000k DPS more, and I don't expect this to happen anyway. So let's go for ice. I will have now to switch my gears to ice. Then we'll try for sure for dungeons there. For sure for the dungeons part, it's in the end of the video. So you will see ice, then fire, then all of these things. So let's switch to ice right now and coming back to you guys. Okay, so back now with ice. So actually things is like this for ice. This rotation, this skills, kinda looking good. Still we'll see what we can do with this. So starting with burst, then DPS test like always. So let's begin this. So that's the best burst I could do for ice. 8.4. Actually burst for ice is not that high. It's normally not a class or not a spec. For burst just 8.4, not something away from it's a bit burst compared to its normal DPS. So kinda I will take this result for the burst and let's go for DPS test right now. 5.8 DPS, it's kinda more than third spec for sure, by about 200k, something on this average, 200k, 300k, something like this. So kinda ice is better than third spec on DPS. So let's find out about fire. Is fire can go better than ice or not? That's something we need to answer it right now. So let's switch to fire, then comment back after this. Well, couldn't do better than this. Actually, I'm trying this for days, but actually I'm missing a bit of some points on fire to say. Like actually when you do like this, so you have to press your V and some other points. But anyway, that's not all. So if we compare to for sure the others will be or will have a better DPS than fire. But actually that's not the real result, or to say it can be a lot better by just using simple mode. So if I will meta test again with simple mode, there will be a lot of changes to this result. So actually I will show you right now. Let's go for simple mode and give it a try another time. Okay, so that's enough. So as you can see, 6.5 million, so actually 1.3 million DPS more, because just I use the simple mode. So the point is just super simple. Why is this happening? Because Fire BM, or sorry, Fire Force Master have some points. If you use your 2, it will make these skills for your V and your C, both of them will be recycling, have at least one certain cooldown, so you have sometimes to not use your 2, so you can use any one of them. That's a point. Another point for sure is about Inferno, because when you did Inferno, maybe sometimes you can trust it on the right time, and sometimes you can make a mistake and you use it on around the time, so it will make a trust for 1 second. That's mean you are lost a lot of DPS because of this, and that's the point about Fire Force Master in general. That's what made him a bit hard on this point. So when you play with simple mode, everything is trusted on time for your V, for your C, for your H, so you don't have any problem, and your 1 will trust automatically also, so you don't have any problems with all of this for sure with your blazing beam. So things will be a lot better. Just what you need to press is your 4 and your Z, and things will go well. So anyway, with this, how things is drawn for dungeons. So let's go for dungeons. And actually for dungeons, I'm not drawing with simple mode, I'm drawing normal mode, and we'll see the difference for sure between here and there. So let's go for dungeons now. Okay, so starting with lightning. So as you can see here, it's kinda doing the good damage. Burst is high for third spec for sure, when it have a good chance. Just went to 9 million here, and here on Sandstorm, actually as you can see, some skills, some damage, seems to do better. And now Burst doing a bit better, but actually to say it wasn't that big Burst for third spec, but kinda at least it have a good resist, so it can take that good damage. If you can see here in this try kinda doing a bit better than the other one, so I can go for higher damage, which is the 10 million, and actually it have a good sense that in your stance you can take any damage or can't take any CC or anything like this, so that's kinda something helping lightning in doing damage. And for this try, actually I had Astromancer and SB together, so actually Burst went to 15 million, and that's the highest number happened for all the 3 specs. So you can say third spec can have the highest Burst on them all between all the 3 specs, and actually it made a good damage. So for cold storage, as I went solo, actually I going for this damage 4 million, 0.8, and that wasn't good enough for the spectral shrine. So actually it went a lot easy, like first time going there, and actually I killed with third spec, and for the time it was 1.5 minute left for this things. For ice, as you can see on TC here, actually wasn't have that good party, so my damage wasn't that good, or I can't kill on the burst or anything like this, but actually it have a good damage, stabilized damage, but to say it's lower than third spec. So if we go to the next dungeon, as you can see here in Sandstorm, like in third spec I was in 6 million, here I am just in 5 million, 0.7, but actually my DPS is so great and moving so well, not going down that easy like other specs, but in general it's not that high DPS like what we see in the DPS test on the dummy. So kinda can say third spec is doing better than ice at this points. For cold storage, actually ice was the worst one to do damage between all of them, so kinda I killed the boss under 4 million, and that's less than 800 at least, or even 1 million than third spec. For spectral shrine, actually ice was so hard to kill this EV with ice, but things went well for me after all of this time trying, and actually ice did the best time killing spectral shrine than any other spec. Here for fire, so actually that was in raid, as you can see damage was super low, like I am in 4 million, but as I did a good damage since we didn't go fast, and I didn't burst the boss again and go to the 5 million. For raid like this, for the weeklies, so actually I have my word, my SCP in general. So as you can see, went to 10 million so easy and stand on it. On Sandstorm was having also Astromancer, so since went to 12 million, 13 million, it wasn't that hard. Here also in the same run, so as also I went to high burst. Actually it's not high like third spit, it's not safe like third spit, but it was a good one for sure. For cold storage, actually it was the second best on damage for cold storage after third spit, so third spit was better and fire was better than ice, like you can see. And for spectral shrine, actually fire was almost closer to ice, was like 1 second, 2 seconds, something like this different, so it's not that big different for sure between both of them. So from all of these things we can say this for sure, third spit is the best between all of them. It has the best burst, it have good resist, better resist than other two, and actually is doing stable damage and doing a good damage on dungeons in general, especially if you will kill fast or you kill slow, you have no problem with this. If I will talk about ice was better on DPS test on the dummy, but actually wasn't that great when it come to fighting on dungeons because burst is super low and things like this. And for the fire, actually it have a good burst, less a bit than third spit, have better damage than ice on dungeons, and actually in the DPS test it was last one on the dummy, but actually when you play with simple mode since it changes a lot and it turned to be the best between all of them. So if you will play with simple mode, fire is the best for you. If you want stable damage and seems to be fine for you, it's ice. If you want something to be more safe, a bit harder on rotation in general, so you can go for third spit, and all of them is fine for you. Actually I heard something about fire, they are not using this mystic badge and using something old was increasing the damage for your V, that meteor fall. So actually with the meteor fall increasing on damage, it's making a lot of damage, that's what I heard, but not sure if things is still like this or not. And until I checked the things and I did this badge, maybe I will try it again and will show you how much is this damage. So before I end the video, so I will go for silver steel, I am ready for it, and I can go right now if I want. Just I will get this from my inventory and I can do it, so that will be for the next video. For sure I will take the damage from the simple mode I did, so it's just more stabilized than the other one, and I will take this as a result and will go for the next video. So with this, it's the end of the video. Hope you liked it, hope it was informative enough, hope you can get your idea and understand everything about Force Master in these points. And thank you for watching guys, don't forget to subscribe, that will help me a lot. Like the video so a lot can see it, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.